What's up, guys, and welcome to the first ever Nutrition Tip Tuesday brought to you by myself, Blake Covington, the CEO of Everything Massive. And today we're going to be discussing the proper way to count calories and why most people, maybe some of you who are watching this right now, are not counting calories correctly. So, to make this discussion quick and easy, I have some things on this whiteboard as an example to show you so that you can easily apply this each day, helping yourself live healthier, be in better shape, and achieve the fitness goals that you're after. So we have macronutrients, or macros for short, and macros are made up of three different things: protein, carbs, and fats. Now, in protein, carbs, and fats, there are certain number of calories that make each of them up. So per 1 gram of protein equals 4 calories. Per 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories. And per 1 gram of fat equals 9 calories. So as you can see, fats are over twice the density in calories as protein and carbs are. Now, with that being said, it's important to know which foods are okay to eat together with other foods and which foods you probably want to stay away from when combining them together. So protein and carbs are always okay to eat together. Protein and fats are always okay to eat together. Carbs and fats, I put the word bad here because those are foods that when combined you want to stay away from. So for an example, a pizza has a lot of carbs and it has a lot of fats with the butter and the cheese and all the good stuff, right? So eating a pizza, the reason pizza is viewed as not a healthy food is because it has a lot of carbs and fats. Now the body will utilize food, the metabolism will break things down to be utilized as fuel for when we're doing physical activities or day-to-day living our lives. Now, we can only use one source as fuel, and that's either going to come from carbs or fats. You're more than likely never going to use protein as fuel. The only time you're going to use protein as fuel is if you're in a starvation state. If you're stranded somewhere and you haven't eaten in days, and then the body will start to break down its own protein, its muscles, its muscle mass will start eating away its muscles to preserve life. The body's always trying to sustain homeostasis, which is remaining in a balanced state at all times. Carbs and fats are both sources of energy. However, carbs, which are also known as sugars, fats, that's a much slower source of energy to break down. It's a little bit harder to break down by the body than sugar. Most life on Earth utilizes carbohydrates as energy and stores fats. So, for example, if you eat pizza every day, what's probably going to happen? Or ice cream every day, what's going to happen? You're going to gain weight in the form of fat. The only time, and this is extremely rare, that you would ever use carbs and fats as an energy source together is if your metabolism is just off the charts. If you're an ectomorph, so if you're somebody out there who's watching this who can eat whatever you want to eat and you don't gain an ounce of weight, just know you guys are the lucky ones and we're all jealous of you. Your metabolisms are so fast that you could get away with eating carbs and fats together. You could eat a pizza every day and ice cream every day and not gain any weight because your metabolism is so fast, it's off the charts. Most people, everybody that we know is not like that. However, there's a few that are the exception here. So again, protein and carbs are good to eat together because you have nutrients and then fuel. Okay, protein and fats are good to eat together because you have protein, okay, nutrients, and slow digesting sources of fuel. But you don't want sugars or carbs and fats together because now you have, like I said, two sources of fuel. The body's going to only choose one, and the other one's going to be stored as fat. So you want to take that out of there. You don't want to take the chance on gaining bad weight. So now, how do you break down a proper diet? So I like to use this method. It's a very simple, very popular method. It's the 40-40-20 plan. So we have 40% protein of your daily intake, 40% carbs of your daily intake, and 20% fats as your daily intake. Now I have this example down here. let's say for an example, now I'm not recommending, this isn't a meal plan for any of you particularly, but this is just an example. So let's say that you need to eat 2,000 calories per day, okay, to lose weight. Let's say that this is a caloric deficit for you. So now we break this down into 40-40-20. And I have a P for protein, a C for carb, and an F for fats. So 40% of 2,000 is 800 calories. 40% of 2,000 is 800 calories for carbs, and 20% of 2,000 is 400 calories for fats. So now, because we talked about there's 4 calories per 1 gram, 4 calories per 1 gram of carbs, and 9 calories per 1 gram of fat, we divide 4 into 800 for 200 grams. We do the same thing for carbs, equals 200 grams. And we do 9 divided by 400 equals 44.4. And then it goes on from there. We just round it up to 45 to make it easy. So, in just within a few minutes, within 5 minutes time, we have already covered macronutrients, caloric breakdown per macronutrient, what to eat together, and how to come up with your own diet with a very simple way. So 2,000 calories per day, we break that down into the proper ratios of 40-40-20, 200 grams of protein per day, 200 grams of carbs per day, and 45 grams of fat per day. Now again, this is a starting point for some of you who already know how to eat in a caloric deficit. Okay, let's say that you're already eating 2,000 calories a day and you're not losing weight, drop it down to 1,800 calories. This way that you're eating in a 200 caloric deficit, and just break the ratios down and they'll come out to a slightly different number. But now you know you're getting in the proper amount of protein, the proper amount of carbs, and the proper amount of fats, and your ratios are perfect. Otherwise, let's take some of these fad diets, for example, that say, oh, you need to eat 3,000 calories a day, and you have people eating 3,000 calories a day. But the question to ask them is, how much protein, carbs, and fats are in that 3,000 calories? If I told you to go eat 3,000 calories and you went to IHOP and you ate 3,000 calories, well, you hit your daily goal, didn't you? Well, I can promise you most of those calories came from carbs and fats. So if you're eating what they say is the right amount of calories per day, but you're not making any progress, it's because you're not eating the right ratios of protein, carbs, and fats. So just use the 40-40-20 ratio program, and that should help you get off to a great start. So guys, thanks for watching the first ever Nutrition Tip Tuesday video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope this helped you out, and we'll see you next Tuesday for another topic over something completely different that'll also help you guys get a little bit more muscle, get a little bit leaner in the gym, and build the tone that we're all after. So thanks guys for watching, and have a great day.